My name's Nisha, and this is a pick a card reading to find out who's in love with you. I've got 7 groups for you to choose from today. Group 1 is the Lapis Lazuli. Group 2 is the Rose Quartz. Group 3 is the Angelite. Group 4 is the Clear Quartz. Group 5 is the Tiger's Eye. Group 6 is the Red Jasper. And Group 7 is the Garnet. Please pause the video now if you need to take a moment to make your choice. Otherwise, I'll see you in your reading. All the timestamps will be in the description box below. You can also find details of my personal readings, Patreon where we do extra pick-a-card readings, channeled pick-a-card readings, monthly zodiac readings, and more. And also you can find my PayPal link for donations if you're feeling generous. I'd be super grateful. Please don't forget to hit the thumbs up button below and leave me a comment to let me know how this resonates for you. If you're not already subscribed, please hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell to be notified whenever I upload a new reading. Thank you for watching and I'll see you in your reading. This reading is for you if you chose the Lapis Lazuli. Let's see what cards you have. From the astrology reading cards you have Capricorn. The energy around you is serious, materialistic and hardworking. It bestows shrewdness and cautious ambition. And the first house reversed, what people see and the impression you give. From the universal love healing cards you have Inner Child. From the angel guide oracle you have Learning Experience. From the white Newman tarot you have White Newman. And the Page of Cups. From the Good Karma tarot you have the Chariot. And from the Sun and Moon tarot you have the Seven of Cups. Interesting. I'm seeing for some of you may have known this person since childhood, and it's quite possible you met them at school or maybe university, college. You maybe weren't a child, but I feel like you were quite young and this person was still young. But yeah, it feels like you met them in a kind of learning sense. And I feel they took it very seriously. They might have been quite focused on their studies. They also may have taught you quite a lot of things. For some of you, maybe you didn't meet them in a studying context, but this person was a teacher for you. This person may have... I feel like for some of you, you've had a relationship with this person previously and they taught you a lot of lessons and they're still in love with you. But I feel like to give you some characteristics of this person, they may well be Capricorn. They also could be Pisces, Leo, I'm hearing, Libra, Aries. I feel they're very young inside, like they're quite youthful in their spirit. They may be quite immature. They may have quite a childish sense of humour. I'm also hearing they may dress quite childish, or the way they present themselves, it may be quite young. They may look younger than they actually are. This person may have a baby face. They also may like to dress in like quite juvenile clothing, like they might like to dress like a teenager, even if they're in their 30s, for example. They may also, what I'm feeling is they don't give off the best impression. Like they maybe don't dress very well in your eyes. I feel like they're very attractive. Like they're very good looking, they have a nice energy, they have a nice aura, they're very serious and hardworking and funny, and you probably love their personality. You probably find them very charming, very charismatic, very playful. But I do feel like the way they present themselves might be a bit messy. Like they might not pick the best clothes to wear, they might not pick clothes that flatter them, they might not pick clothes that give you an impression that they would be a good partner. They might come across a bit skew-if, like maybe their hair's always untrimmed. I'm feeling like this is a male for most of you, or masculine. It doesn't have to be at all. I just feel like for the majority of you asking, this is a person who is masculine. And I feel like style and their appearance is not a big deal to them, like they're really busy all the time. They may even drive a motorbike for some of you. And I feel like they may always have their helmet on, and when they pull their helmet off, it's like their hair is a mess, and maybe they're all sweaty, and it's like you see them and maybe you don't think they're unattractive or anything. I feel like they're very good looking. They have very nice features. They have very nice face. But it's just like the overall presentation is like something slightly unattractive. And I'm sorry to say that, but I feel like you guys can see through it and you see that they're a very innocent person. Like, they have a great character. They have a great personality. They're sweet. They're charming. They're funny. I also feel like they're very busy. Like, they're always doing something. They seem very ambitious and good at saving and good at being practical and serious. So even though they might give off like a messy appearance, I feel like if you went to their house would probably be quite clean. I feel like they probably keep themselves very clean. Like, they probably wash their hands regularly and shower regularly, but they just might look messy. They might always like spill their food on their clothes. Is that kind of person where they have a hard time being neat. And also I feel like maybe they choose a style which is like really incompatible with how you would see them. It's like the impression they give off to people is like really dramatically not them or not attractive. It's like something that's kind of repulsive almost. Yeah, I'm seeing this person who no offense to this person, but I feel like sometimes they maybe have a bit of BO or they might not smell so great. There might be other times when they do, when they're like really dressed up, when they've made an effort. But for the most part, on a day-to-day basis, again, I feel like they may like drive a motorbike or always be driving or always be exercising. And they may see you at times when they've just been exercising and they smell like sweat and maybe they want to hug you and be like close to you, but you might feel a bit about it sometimes. I'm sorry for this message coming through a bit weird. But I do feel this person is like they're a very solid person, but I do feel the impression they give off is not great. Like, they give off a bit of I feel like almost a bit of a charmer impression. Like, you might think this person's a lovely person, but like maybe they're not the most reliable. Maybe in terms of work, you find them reliable, because I feel like they are reliable, but they come across like someone who's messy. It's like they're clean, but they come across as someone who maybe looks like they're not that clean. They're very sweet and charming, but they might come across like a player. It feels like they're very good at work and being responsible, but they might come across as someone who takes a lot of risks. That's the kind of vibe I'm seeing from this person. It's like I do feel like they're quite young and they haven't figured themselves out yet. Like, they haven't learned themselves. They might have learned a lot about school. I feel like they have a lot of book knowledge. They might be very talented in certain areas, but it's like they don't know themselves. They're still learning. They still have very, very youthful energy is what I'm seeing, and they're quite see-through really once you get to know them. But what I'm seeing is if you don't know this person well yet, the impression you might have gotten about them, it might be completely off. So do try and get to know this person if you recognise them, because I feel like they do have very sweet feelings for you, but they are quite new feelings. They're not established. And I do feel like this person may be just an option to you, or they may have a lot of other options of people they're interested in. Because their energy seems quite playful and like come and go. I feel like you don't spend much time with this person. Especially because for some of you, this is someone from childhood and it's someone you went to school with and you maybe don't interact much with them anymore. It might be that maybe sometimes they like your pictures, or maybe you message each other sometimes. Maybe you accidentally bump into each other sometimes when they're like busy with something. Like, for example, maybe you see them when they're just coming out of the gym and going to somewhere and you're going to somewhere else. But I do feel like you may have had a fling with this person in the past. Like, you might have kissed them. You might have got drunk together and had something happen with them. I feel like you may have had some kind of flirtation with them before, but it may have been like very quick. Because I do feel like maybe you've just seen this person in passing and not really spent much time with them for ages. And maybe you did flirt with them a few times, but it's like really, really high and by. Like, maybe you flirt for 5 minutes and then they're gone. Or for some of you might have just like maybe like you went to a party together and you had one hookup, and now you don't really spend much time together because you're both busy with your lives. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed that group one. This was meant to be a quick reading, but quite a lot of details come through for your reading. So I hope you enjoyed that. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to hit the thumbs up button below and leave me a comment to let me know how it resonated for you. If you're not already subscribed, please hit the subscribe button and turn the notification bell to be notified whenever I upload a new reading. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye. This reading is for you if you chose the rose quartz. Let's see what cards you have. From the astrology reading cards, you have Saturn, the part of you that accepts challenge to gain wisdom. From the universal love healing cards, you have abundance. From the angel guide oracle, you have surrender. From the white Newman tarot, you have the devil and the world. From the good karma tarot, you have the page of wands and the fool. I feel like this is someone quite new for you, and I feel that for some of you, they may be a teacher by profession, but they also could be a student. I'm seeing like someone who's always trying to learn. They may have got many different qualifications. They may be always trying to learn new things. Maybe not formally, but I just feel like this person likes to study, they like to learn, they like to read. But they're also very practical. I feel like they do more practical stuff than like sitting around thinking, learning. So if they do study, it might be something very hands-on, like for example, cooking. Something, maybe visual, something to do with like visual art, something like that. And I feel this person might be quite young. They may be in their early 20s, even late teens for some of you. For some of you, they could be a bit older, but maybe they're back at school or something. Or doing something new with their career, like starting something brand new. And again, I feel like they might be quite new in your life. You may have just met this person. You may be still getting to know them. You may have like absolutely no idea this person loves you. But I do feel for some of you, this person hasn't really let go of you, like since they've got into your life. They've been very much there for you. I feel like they give you very close hugs. They'll probably always be trying to hug you. And I feel for some of you, this is not someone new, but they've had feelings for you for a long time. And it may be that they're just doing something new in their life, if that makes sense. And at kind of a new stage. But I do feel you may have studied with this person, you may have learned something with this person, or this person may be someone who generally is quite good at teaching and like passing on information. You may have learned something from them. I do see this person I feel like they have some personal issues to overcome. Like this person may have some addictions. They may be a bit of a mess in certain ways of their life, because I do feel like they're still quite young. But at the same time, despite the fact that they may be not as great in certain areas, I feel like they have learned a lot. They are maturing. They're growing. For some of you, this person could be around 30. I feel like somewhere in more of the late 20s to mid 30s range. And I feel like they're kind of reaching certain things in their life that are very impressive, but at the same time, they're kind of a beginner in other areas. This person may be a Sagittarius, a Capricorn, a Virgo, I'm hearing. I'm also hearing Scorpio. And I feel like this person is very light-hearted in general. Like when you see them, they probably seem very fun. They feel like someone who you can have a really light-hearted time with. Like I would say you mostly probably don't discuss anything serious, although they might have taught you some interesting lessons about life. They might have taught you some things literally, like maybe they've shared, especially if you studied with this person, they might have shared their homework with you and things like that. Shared their notes with you, I'm hearing. This person likes to take risks. They're very, very brave, very optimistic. They have a lot of courage. But I do feel like they get into dark moods, and you probably won't really see them when they're in this dark mood. They might always have dark circles. I'm seeing this person. They don't sleep very much. I feel like they're very busy. They're very active. They're always doing something. They might like to travel a lot. They have a lot of dreams, a lot of aspirations, a lot of goals. And I feel like they're very big, like their energy is big. It feels like this person's come through a very major cycle recently. And it feels like they're very interesting. Like they have like young and mature energy going on at the same time. I strongly feel like there's certain areas of their life where they're like learning and apprentice energy. But other areas where they're very experienced and they might be like a teacher. So they have very interesting energy, and I do feel like on one hand they're very light, very fun, very optimistic, but they might get into very heavy moods where they're quite dark, and I do feel like it might be due to sleep deprivation sometimes. I feel like they can get quite mad with themselves, but at the same time they can get into flow state very easily. They're really, really hardworking and busy. They stay busy. They like to constantly be doing something. I feel like they might be very passionate about food and about cooking. They might really like to eat, this person. I'm seeing they have a medium kind of tan to deep complexion for most of you. For some of you, they might have skin on the lighter end, but I do feel like for a lot of you, this is someone in the more medium to deep complexion range. They look really good. They look very attractive. If this is a feminine, they really, really look amazing when they like make themselves up and wear glamorous outfits. They look incredible. I feel like they like to dress very plain on a day-to-day basis, like just t-shirt and jeans. But if you saw this person at an event, they would be the star of the show. If it's a masculine, I feel like they like to wear a lot of bright colours. Blue is probably their favourite colour. I feel like they really love blue. They're very spiritual. They have a lot of faith. They have a lot of belief. I feel like you might share the same spiritual systems, the same beliefs. But I feel like this person maybe doesn't have faith in the connection yet. Like they're very interested in you. They find you very attractive. And I feel like they want to make something happen. But it's just an idea. It's like a passion right now. They have passion for you. Their heart's really beating for you. I'm hearing they really love to hug you. Like any chance they get, they'll try and hug you. And I also feel like they're following you, like they want to follow you, or they are following you on your socials, I feel, and like looking at your pictures. Maybe secretly. They might not have like a public account. It might be like a burner account. But I feel like they have a lot of passion for you. They have a lot of lust for you. They're very, very, very overflowing with attraction for you, but they maybe don't have 100% faith in going for it, like shooting their shot yet. But I feel like they're getting there. It's like they're just in the process of being ready to take a risk to shoot their shot with you, I'm feeling. But yeah, I do feel like they get very optimistic, and then there's times when they talk themselves out of it. But I feel like they're working on you, like they're doing something to work on you to make the situation more likely to produce success for them when they're ready to take the risk to express it. Because yeah, I do feel like for most of you, this person hasn't expressed their feelings, but you might get an impression that they do really like you and care about you, but they might not have told you that they're in love with you. So I hope you enjoyed that group too. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to hit the thumbs up button below and leave me a comment to let me know how it resonated for you. If you're not already subscribed, please hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell to be notified whenever I upload a new reading. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye. This reading is for you if you chose the Angelite. Let's see what cards you have. From the astrology reading cards, you have the 7th house. This area of your life is about long-term significant partners, romantic, business, or family. So some of you, if you have a partner, I feel like this is your partner. Like if you've been with someone for a long time, it's your partner. They're still in love with you. They love you. From the Universal Love Healing cards, you have Emergence. From the Angel Guide Oracle, you have Ease and Grace. From the White Newman Tarot, you have the Queen of Pentacles. From the Good Karma Tarot, you have the 7 of Cups reversed. And then from the Sun and Moon Tarot, you have the 8 of Pentacles and the 4 of Swords. This person's really chill and peaceful. They're a very self-sufficient person. I feel like they're very independent. They've kind of got themselves. And yeah, they're very easygoing. Like their energy is chill. They're really comfortable to be around. I feel like they're quiet. They don't say anything unless it needs to be spoken. They're the kind of person who knows exactly what they want. They have no difficulty making a choice. This person never seems confused about what they're doing or where they're going or who they are or what they want. I feel like this person has a lot of expertise in a lot of different areas, maybe one specific area that they're really experienced in and very, very good. I feel like their work is flourishing, their career is flourishing. So much so that they might not have much time for anything else in life right now, and I feel like they don't have much of a problem with that. Like this is the sort of person who doesn't get FOMO. They don't care about missing out on parties, they don't care about missing events. They will stay home and work or stay at work while other people are out partying so that they can get the money. Also that they can get a nice long rest. They don't really mind. Like this is the sort of person who's happy to stay at home. They love their home. Their home's probably lovely. Like they probably put a lot of effort and money into their home to make it comfy. I feel like this person maybe doesn't want for anything. For some of you, this person comes from money and they don't need or want anything in life. Like they have a lovely environment. And I also feel like they're not the sort of person who comes from money and had everything handed to them and didn't work. Like they've worked very hard. They've made a solid career for themselves. They put in lots of effort to be stable, to be okay. And also I feel like they don't really want for too much. Like they don't like to spend too much money. They prefer to save it. They prefer to earn it. And I feel like they have a lot of ideas of what they want to do with their money. And again, it's like they're not confused. They have loads of ideas, but it's not confusing to them. It's like very certain. They know what they want. They know how to get it. They know how to build things. They know how to grow things. They're very practical. They're very hands-on. This person's probably really good at gardening, really good at DIY, probably really good with fashion and style and clothing. They're probably good at like fixing things when they break. I feel like this is the sort of person, again, they don't like to spend money. They like to be resourceful. They like to make uses for things. They don't really like to buy too many new things. They like to keep on to things for ages and hold on to them and hold on to them. They like to get a lot of rest, and they do, again, they like to stay at home. They like to be comfy. I feel like they like to dress in comfy clothes. I'm feeling this person always looks nice. Always, like even when they're in their pajamas, they look really nice. They look nice naked. I feel like for most of you, you have either been in a relationship with this person and you might be on pause. You might be no communication. Or this might be your current partner and you just might be feeling a bit unloved right now and watching this reading. Or again, you could just be watching this reading for fun. I'm seeing this person, if you are on a break from them, which I feel like some of you might be no communication, they might not be speaking to you right now. You might have maybe temporarily separated. You might have been on a break. You might have just needed space from each other. I'm also feeling this person might be so busy with work that they just don't have time for people. Like they don't have time to come out of their house even. They might work from home and I feel like they're just constantly working and sleeping right now. If that's you, it's like they just don't have time. So they might not have communicated with you for a while, but I feel like they're still thinking about you and they're still in love with you. For some of you, I feel like this person may have been someone you've not been with for a while. And I feel like you may not consider them an option anymore. Like for you, they may not be an option. You might think you're over it. But I feel like this person still thinks about you and they're still holding on to you, even if they haven't communicated with you for ages. And I also feel like this person may have made you feel more confident about yourself. Whether it's an ex or your current partner, I feel like this person may have either directly or indirectly kind of taught you how precious you are, how special you are. They might have given you more confidence about yourself. They might have shown you yourself in their eyes, which was showing you to be really attractive and really likable. Also, they might have left you hanging, like they might have ghosted you and they might have left you feeling like, well, if you don't like me, someone else will like me because I know I'm hot, that kind of energy. And I feel like maybe you didn't have that before. I also feel like maybe this person was like your number one option, like the only person you were considering. If you have broken up and you're not together anymore, I feel like it was someone who you were very certain about. And likewise, I feel like they are very certain about you. They don't have any other options. There's no one else they're interested in. They're really interested in you. And I do feel like for the majority of you, it's like you're in a relationship and you maybe just don't have time to see each other right now because you're so busy with work, both of you. And it's just waiting for a time when you both have available energy and time to actually be together, to come out of your houses, to come away from your desks. I also feel this person, again, like they may have got you out of your shell a bit. Or likewise, you might have gotten them to come out of their shell a bit, because I do feel like they're very homely. They like to stay at home and they like to work and they don't really interact with that many people. I feel like this person doesn't really do new people very well. I feel like they prefer old people. They prefer to have long-term relationships rather than people new all the time, like new in and out people. I'm hearing they don't like networking, they don't like socializing, they don't like parties, they don't like drinking, they don't like any of that. They just want a comfortable, peaceful life with like enough money and enough rest and a long-term partner. That's literally what they want. Like they're very simple and straightforward. I feel like this person's extremely attractive and that would probably surprise you. I feel like if you saw this person, you would think they would probably want loads of stuff. Like you probably assume they were materialistic and Like they're probably always flirting with people just based on the fact that they're very attractive and likable, very chill, very easygoing. Like they don't seem stressed even when they're stressed. They seem like everything's easy for them. And again, they might have come from money and maybe their life was easy, or at least easier than yours. But yeah, I feel like this person does really like to chill. They don't really like to go out. I don't feel that they're like really shy or socially anxious or antisocial or anything. I genuinely just feel like their priorities are their career and their finances and their future. And it's kind of like, if they do have time to go out, they will go out and have a great time. They probably like to dance. For some of you, I'm hearing they like to dress up in like fancy dress and things, like cosplay. Not for everyone, but for some of you, I feel like they like doing that. And I feel like they don't mind attention. Like they're not shy. They're very happy for people to stare at them. They know they're attractive. And likewise, I feel like this person taught you that you were attractive as well. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed that group 3. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to hit the thumbs up button below and leave me a comment to let me know how it resonated for you. If you're not already subscribed, please hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell to be notified whenever I upload a new reading. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye. This reading is for you if you chose the clear quartz. Let's see what cards you have. From the astrology reading cards, you have Neptune, your fantasies, yearnings, longings, and potential for illusion. From the universal love healing cards, you have blessings. From the angel guide oracle, you have yes. From the white Neiman tarot, you have the 4 of Swords and the 7 of Swords. From the good commentary, you have the Ace of Wands. And then from the Sun and Moon tarot, you have the 3 of Cups and the 6 of Wands. I feel like this is someone who you do have a friendship with and you do have a flirtation with, and you may have had some promise, some potential with. I'm not sure if anything really took off, but I do feel like there was some promise. Like maybe you went on a date with this person, maybe you met up with them, maybe you hooked up with them. Maybe you got intimate, got physical, and I feel like this person may have ghosted you. This person may have left you hanging and like waiting for a response for ages and just disappeared and put the relationship on pause. I feel like this is the sort of person where they might have sold you a bit of a dream. I feel like this is like, obviously they have feelings for you because it's coming through as who's in love with you. But I do feel like in terms of their actions towards you, like they may have promised you a lot. They may have come with very grand plans that you said yes to. Like, do you want to do this? Do you want to do that? Let's go to this place. Let's go to that place. Will you be my boyfriend? Will you be my girlfriend? But then when it actually came through to doing anything, they might have ran away. They might have ghosted you. I feel like they might have found it very nice when it was a fantasy, but when it became like a practical opportunity, they might have become afraid of failure kind of thing. Not really like their feelings that were developing. Like they might have liked it when it was just fun and flirtation and friendship and maybe intimacy. But I feel like once they started to develop feelings, they didn't really like it. Like they wanted to cut you out of their life because they don't like having feelings for you. It was like, oh, irritating, go away, feelings. But really, I do feel like this person thought of you as a blessing and they were very happy and they felt like they won the lottery. To even get a chance with you, to even get like a date with you. I do strongly feel like for some of you, this person asked you on a date and then ran away. Like never showed up on the date, ditched you, ghosted you. And it might be that you've maybe continued the relationship as friends, but not taken them seriously since. I strongly feel like for some of you, this was like a one-night stand, a hookup. Or maybe like a friends with benefits, where they started to catch feelings and ghosted you. I feel like this person really longs for you and they do see you as a blessing. They see you as their fantasy. And this person might be your fantasy person. I feel they're very attractive. Very sexually attractive. They're very funny to be around. They're very fun. And I feel like you had an amazing friendship, or you do still have an amazing friendship with this person. They're the kind of person you can share your wins with and they'll celebrate with you. I strongly feel like this person's always really happy for you and gassing you up and encouraging you to do more. They'll encourage your career success. They'll be really happy for any wins that you have. They're also maybe doing something quite big with their life where they're having a lot of career success, and that might be again why they ghosted you. I feel like they may have had a lot of problems and difficulties and be trying, or maybe have been trying to get to the other side of them and just disappeared, like ran away from the relationship and left you. I feel like they kind of have a fear of failure, and they may have kind of left you when there was still potential. It was like they didn't want to lose, and maybe they thought that they'd got somewhere with you and like got to a point of success and then decided to kind of leave it for later. That's the kind of vibe I'm getting. Like they maybe left and worked on a different ambition for a bit, like a career, and maybe kept you around as like a friends with benefits or like a person they vaguely check in on every now and again. What I'm feeling is they didn't want it failing. So they may have left it as a potential where they've like ghosted you, and maybe they have caused it to be a big loss. Like maybe you don't communicate because they don't communicate with you. And maybe if they did communicate, you would probably think twice about answering now. But I do feel they still have, obviously they're still in love with you. They still have a lot of sexual attraction to you. And I feel like they still see a lot of potential in the situation. And I feel like even you will see potential in the situation, even if you haven't heard from this person for ages. I feel like when they do communicate with you again, you will see potential, but I feel like they're going to come in as a friend. Because I do feel like this person has a hard time dealing with their emotions and their feelings, and yeah, they are kind of afraid of failure. So they might kind of keep it as a fantasy. I feel like they like it being a fantasy. And maybe meet up with you as a friend, have a really good time with you. They might try and get sexual with you. But I feel like they don't want to fail at anything. So it's like they don't want like the intimacy of a relationship or anything like that. It feels like this is somebody who wants to keep it as like friends with benefits, but they do love you. They're in love with you, but they can't really handle it. But yeah, I hope that resonates for you. It seems like this person's not really in your life very much. They seem like a bit of a ghost, but they still want to talk to you. And I feel like they will communicate very soon with you guys. But yeah, don't expect them to confess their feelings. I do feel like they'll come in with a sexual, friendly energy towards you. Nothing very serious, but their feelings are serious at least. So I hope you enjoyed that group 4. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to hit the thumbs up button below and leave me a comment to let me know how this resonates for you. If you're not already subscribed, please hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell to be notified whenever I upload a new reading. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye. This reading is for you if you chose the Tiger's Eye. Let's see what cards you have. From the astrology reading cards, you have Venus, the part of you that desires beauty, success, indulgence, and valuables. From the universal love healing cards, you have Reflection. From the angel guide oracle, you have Raise Your Vibration. From the white Newman tarot, you have Strength. From the good karma tarot, you have the High Priestess. And then from the Sun and Moon tarot, you have the Prince of Wands and the Ten of Wands. Okay, very fiery energy. I feel like this person may be a Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. They could also be a Pisces. I feel like this person's very psychic. They could also be a Taurus, I'm hearing. They're very psychic. They're very in tune with themselves. They like to spend a lot of time alone in reflection. They like to think deeply. They may be into tarot readings, astrology, palmistry, anything divination based like numerology, I Ching, anything in that realm. I also feel like they might just be naturally very psychic and intuitive and like the kind of person who can read your emotions. They're the kind of person where they don't need to ask you if you're okay. Like they just know if you're having a bad day and they'll just naturally be what you need. They're very caring and very sweet and very nurturing. And I feel like they're quite outward with their love for you. Even if you're just friends, like I feel like they're very cuddly, they're very caring, they're very sweet, they're very affectionate, they're very generous, they're very passionate about you, they'll put in a lot of effort towards you. Like this person would do anything for you. If you asked them a big favor that was like out of their way, I feel like they would do it for you. Maybe you never asked them, but I feel like if you did, they would be there in a flash to do it. They would do it and they'd be very happy to help you. Especially if you were having a hard time, I feel like this person, they really do read your emotions well. Like they know when you're not happy, they know when you're angry, they know when you're busy and you need to be left alone. I feel like this person is quite materialistic. Not in a bad way, but like they like nice things, they like the finer things in life, they like to look nice, they like to smell nice, they like to be dressed well. They like to have a lovely house to stay in. They like good meals, good wine. Anything that is like luxury, good quality. This person has an eye for quality. They're more of a quality than quantity kind of person. They're very cheerful for the most part. I feel like they can get into moods where they're like very stressed, but it's not in a horrible way. It's more like this person will be really urgently moving forwards and like busy. They might be irritable, but it's not very difficult to deal with. It's like the sort of energy where if you hug them, they might feel physically tense, physically stressed. They also might be in a complete hurry, like not have much time to stop and talk to you. I feel like they'd still be very polite and caring, and they probably still have time to like hug you and kiss you and talk to you. But they would probably just want to have a really quick conversation. They might even speak very quickly. I feel like their aura and their energy is very quiet, but at the same time they are very busy, and there might be certain times where you do see them just like deep in focus or like going from point A to point B and not having time. I also feel like they work too hard. They stay very, very busy, and I feel like they may have multiple things that they're involved with, multiple passions, multiple ideas. They also may have done a lot of different things in the past, and they've learned a lot from their own past, but they might still be carrying a lot of burdens with them. I feel like they're brightly looking forward to the future. They're very passionate about the future. Again, they have this fiery energy. But they also have a lot going on within them that they're still carrying. I feel like this person does have tendencies to get a bit angry sometimes, but they keep it to themselves. And I do feel like there may be certain people who can read them. I feel like you might be the person who can read them, which is why they love you. I also feel like you're someone who helps them to stay positive, like you help them to stay inspired. I do feel the main identifying feature is this person can really read you. They can read your emotions more than anyone. And I feel like you can read their emotions more than anyone. I also feel like you may have a very sexual relationship with this person already. You may have had sex already. This may be someone who you're very close to already. I kind of feel like for most of you it is, but for some of you, you might just see this person in passing at work. And they might have made it quite known that they find you physically attractive. I feel like they would not be shy about expressing it to you, but they might just say it in passing, like, oh, you look really good today, and then get back on with their work. Or they might just hug you a bit tight, or like stay a little bit longer to say goodbye to you than they would to other people. I also feel like you might have connected with this person on quite a deep level, even if you do not spend much time together. I feel like you might have had some very deep conversations about things in the past, about maybe like kind of out there stuff that's kind of different to talk about with people. Like maybe you just had like a psychic hunch to like tell this person something, or vice versa. And I feel like you just have like that natural connection. I also feel like you might have had a lot of fun with this person, if not sexually and intimately, then maybe just in like a friendship group way, like maybe you went out with them sometimes. Maybe you did fun events together sometimes, like maybe you went to some event where they were there. I can't really see where you met this person. I feel like for some of you, you met them at work. For some of you, I feel like you've known them for ages and they're your partner already. For some of you, I feel like you might have just met them in passing. Like for some of you, this person might have found you attractive and like tried to get your number on the street. Or something like that. Or you might have met them at a party and they wanted your number because you're good looking. So yeah, I do feel like this person's let you know that they're attracted to you at least. But they may be kind of assuming that you've already read that they're in love with you and they don't need to tell you. I feel like their behaviour is kind of letting you know that they really care about you anyway. And they might be too busy with work for a relationship, so they might be leaving that for later and just letting you know they're attracted. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed that group 5. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to hit the thumbs up button below and leave me a comment to let me know how it resonated for you. If you're not already subscribed, please hit the subscribe button and turn the notification bell to be notified whenever I upload a new reading. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye. This reading is for you if you chose the red Jasper. Let's see what cards you have. From the astrology reading cards, you have Pisces. This energy is wistful, endlessly loving, compassionate and forgiving. It confuses and softens resolve. From the Universal Love Healing cards, you have Answered Prayer. From the Angel Guide Oracle, you have Trust the Universe. From the White Newman Tarot, you have the Nine of Wands. From the Good Karma Tarot, you have the Ace of Coins. And the Knight of Cups. And then from the Sun and Moon Tarot, you have the Queen of Swords. And the Nine of Swords. This person has really bad trust issues. They really, really, really do. Like, they struggle to trust people, and I feel like they will be very difficult to get to know. But at the same time, I do feel like you've had some sort of practical opportunity to get to know this person, or you do. But it just might be very slow. I feel like they really will take a long time to get to know you and trust you. And it feels like there's some kind of romantic potential here. But I also feel like there may be some kind of material relationship, like you may work with this person. You may have a business relationship where maybe money's involved or something like that. I feel like they're very attractive, they're very chill, they're very laid back, they're very cool. They're the kind of person who's very flirtatious by nature, so you might not really know if they like you especially or if they're just being flirtatious because they're always flirtatious. They're very dreamy. I'd say they're kind of mystical. They're beautiful looking, like they're dreamy looking, but also their vibe is dreamy. They're charming, they're very chill, they're, again, laid back, easygoing, peaceful. They're probably usually smiling. They have a cheeky look to their face, like they look like they're smiling to a joke to themselves. I also feel like they'll be especially smiley when they see you because they find you really attractive and dreamy. You're like their fantasy person. They dream about you. They dream of being with you, but they get up in their heads and they have trust issues, and they really have to like look at people with a very bright light before they're willing to trust them. And I feel like they're very up in their heads about you. I think they think about you a lot. They think about you all the time. And I do see them flirting with you and kind of letting you know subtly that they're interested in you, but it may not be very obvious because I do feel that they're not 100% sure if they can trust you. And again, I do feel like you may have this business relationship where you might know each other from work, where it might be a bit awkward if anything went wrong. And I do feel like they talk themselves out of it. Like if they think about asking you out on an official date or anything, I feel like they talk themselves out of it and tell themselves you'd say no. They might even be a bit rude to you sometimes, I'm feeling. They might be really rude. So not really rude, but I feel like just slightly bitchy or slightly to the point. They might say no sometimes, like maybe you're friends or maybe you work together and you like invite them out for a drink and they say no. Or you try and do something like go for lunch with them and they say no. I feel like they may do that to kind of keep you on your toes. They may do that because they feel like maybe you're not interested in them. They might do that because they maybe feel slighted, like maybe at some point they were trying to... I'm not sure, like maybe say you do work with them, maybe one time they asked you for a drink and you said, oh, sorry, I'm really busy, I can't. So now you ask them and they say no to like spite you. They have a bit of that energy and I feel like they're very regretful over that, like the times when they are cold to you. The times when they maybe don't have much time to speak or they come across like they're not interested in you, I feel like they beat themselves up about it. They want to come across as very cool and calm and collected, because I do feel like they're kind of seeing you as someone who they would wish for and dream for, like their answered prayer, like their divine partner. They see you as a gift and a blessing, but I can't help but see this like financial, material connection where I feel like they have to be very certain to go towards you. I'm also seeing this person's very independent and they like a lot of time alone. And I feel like they kind of like daydreaming about you and thinking about you without moving towards you right now. It's like they're busy, they're doing something with, I feel like, their own life and their own career and their own stuff. They think about you a lot, but I feel like they also talk themselves out of it by thinking, oh, maybe you will be mean to them, maybe you'll be a bitch, maybe you will say no, maybe you don't like them back, like all of that stuff, and then they might act mean to you because they've kind of put you as like this mean person in their mind. But yeah, I also feel like they maybe doubt their own abilities to talk to you. I feel like they're able to give across a very charming impression, but for some of you they might need alcohol or substances to do that. Like when they're sober, they might not find much to say to you, but then they're drunk and they can be really charming. I feel like they're a bit shy in that way. And they do have trust issues and they are anxious and they overthink every little thing. Like they might overthink every word they say to you, and sometimes they might think it's easier to not say anything and be mean. Or at least come across like a bit blunt and rude and distant and far away. I do feel this person also comes across a bit intimidating. Like if you have a crush on this person, you also might be afraid to ask them out or tell them. Because I feel like, again, they have trust issues and you'll be able to pick up on it. And they also might have picked up that you have trust issues, and again, they might not want to move towards you until they feel like they've earned your trust. I feel like they just want to look really attractive and they don't want to mess it up. They're very worried about messing it up, about saying the wrong thing, doing the wrong thing, making you hate them. And I feel like they do want to put in a lot of effort, a lot of work to secure this, to develop the relationship, to develop the feelings. What I'm seeing is you would find this person really dreamy and attractive as well, and I feel like you would feel like it was an answered prayer if this person asked you out, or if this person expressed their feelings. I feel like you'd be very happy. You would see it as like a dream come true. But it feels like both of you are a bit anxious and both of you are a bit shy, and maybe both of you don't have the courage to speak sometimes. And again, like maybe there's a business relationship or something where it would be awkward if it turned into a disaster. It might ruin the business relationship or the working relationship or whatever. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed that group 6. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to hit the thumbs up button below and leave me a comment to let me know how it resonated for you. If you're not already subscribed, please hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell to be notified whenever I upload a new reading. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye. This reading is for you if you chose the Garnet. Let's see what cards you have. From the astrology reading cards, you have Aquarius. This energy is freedom-loving, rebellious, idealistic, and technological. From the universal love healing cards, you have Universal Heart and Golden Memories. From the Angel Guide Oracle, you have Ask and Receive. From the White Newman Tarot, you have the King of Wands reversed. From the Good Karma Tarot, you have the Age of Cups and the Queen of Swords. And then from the Sun and Moon Tarot, you have the Six of Cups. Well, wow, with the Six of Cups and Golden Memories, this strongly feels like someone from the past. I feel like you've known them for a long time already. And I feel like they may have left your life at times, but I do feel like they regularly still communicate with you. Like this might be the sort of person who every now and again just checks in on you. And I feel like that's how you'll know who it is. Like it's someone you've known for ages, but they will never forget about you. Like they always still remember you. I feel like they do communicate with you every now and again. And it might be the kind of person where you're thinking about them randomly and they just communicate with you. Like they'll just randomly phone you when you're thinking about them one day, when you're just remembering them. I feel like you have very happy memories with this person. Almost all happy. I feel like everything was happy until you said goodbye to each other. Until maybe one of you had to leave the situation, maybe one of you moved away. It feels like you were friends. I feel like you maybe met as part of a social group with this person. They might still be a friend. I strongly feel like they may still be a friend. You may still consider them a friend. You may never have had any relationship other than friendship. I feel like you were probably attracted to them and they were probably attracted to you, but maybe you just had like a flirtatious friendship and nothing else. There may have been some reason why, like maybe for some of you, they may not have been in control of their life around the time when they knew you. They might have been having very difficult times financially, emotionally. Maybe with their job, it might have been that they just had to leave a job when they met you. Maybe you worked together and they had to leave that job, or you had to leave that job or something. But I strongly feel that they've had very difficult times. Their life's been difficult and they've not really been on top of things. This person might be a bit out of control in their life. I feel like they're very intelligent, they're very sharp-minded, but in terms of like the physical control, the physical order of their life, it might be a bit of a mess. This is the kind of person who has very good conversations with you. They're very, again, very smart. They have really good ideas. They think very far in the future. Which is why, again, I feel like they find it a bit hard to take care of things in their presence sometimes. They might forget certain things that seem really obvious and important. Like dates, like just small things, like they might not turn up on time sometimes. They might be a bit unable to control people very well, like they might not be a very good leader. They might be the sort of person who's more of a follower than a leader, even though they might be quite different, quite unique. I feel like they try to fit in by following others, by being more like others, and kind of leaving their true self behind. But I feel like during communications and conversations, they probably have shown you their true colours. And I feel like you'll have a very playful, flirtatious friendship with this person. I feel like mostly when they communicate with you, they'll be in playful, flirtatious, fun, friendly energy. And they might quite often want to bring up memories that you have together, like, hey, do you remember when we did this? Do you remember 2008? Like those kind of random things, like they'll just randomly think of you and want to remind you of their times with you. I feel like this person probably quite obviously still loves you, but it might not be obvious until you look in their eyes. Because I do feel like they might go missing from you sometimes, like when their life's not in control, they might not communicate with you. And I feel like if you did communicate with them during those times, they'd be very unhappy and depressed and a mess and all over the place, and their communication might be a mess. For the most part, I feel like this person is very sharp and clean with their mind, but they might have moments where they're very disorganized and chaotic and kind of reckless. Again, messy is the word that comes through. I feel like this person, for some of you, might have even been homeless for a period. It feels like they're trying to get on top of their problems, if that's true. But they're giving me a very low energy sometimes. Like I feel like they get very deep depressions. For some of you, they may even have like bipolar disorder. That's not for everyone. That's probably for one or two of you. And I feel like this is the sort of person where they party hard. They party hard and then they might get very, very, very depressed for weeks. Like a really bad like calm down for some of you. This person might do like hard drugs and then get a calm down and then not be very happy. They might be the sort of person where maybe it's nothing to do with drugs, but they just get very happy and excitable and live their best life and then maybe ruin everything and end up with no money and end up like really, really struggling and having a hard time. And I feel like they would not talk to you during those times because they're like embarrassed about it. They want you to remember the happy times with them. They want you to think of them as someone smart and in control and clever. And they really would run away from you when they were feeling a mess, when they were not okay. But I do feel like this person's still a friend, and I do feel like they still ask questions about you and they still check in with you. I feel like if you wanted to know if this person still loves you, they would say yes to you, like they would answer honestly. I do feel like this person would answer honestly if you ask them questions. And I feel like they would still communicate with you honestly, like quite frequently. Maybe not every day, but I feel like at least maybe once a year, this person will probably check in on you, like maybe on holidays to make sure you're still alive, to make sure you're still well. You may not have seen them in years for some of you. They might have been off living their life, having all these problems and not really communicating very much about themselves, but still like, hey, do you remember this year when we did this? And I feel like if you did look in their eyes, you would see the affection that they have for you and the emotion that they have for you. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed that group 7. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to hit the thumbs up button below and leave me a comment to let me know how it resonated for you. If you're not already subscribed, please hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell to be notified whenever I upload a new reading. Thank you so much for watching and I hope to see you again soon. Bye.